It's finally time for another adventure. I'm loading up the RV now to head out to the Nashville area. We are going to stay on some friends' property for a wedding. I am so excited to share this wonderful weekend with my friends, basically my family, and we're going to take the RV and stay in it. So let's finish getting packed up, and then I'm driving it alone. Derek is following in the RAV with the dogs later after work, but we're going to finish getting loaded up and I'm taking off. As always, we preheated the fridge and freezer yesterday. We plugged the RV in via shore power, and so our fridge and freezer are already to temp. Now, because our unit can run on propane, technically we can run our refrigerator while we're driving. But the more you do that, the more risk of wear and tear you're putting on your refrigerator unit. These units are only meant to run perfectly level. They're not meant to be jostled around while they're running. So the best practice here is the day before you're ready to leave, plug in your shore power, run everything off of electricity while you're parked flat, get everything down to temp or even a little under temp, then put all your already cold food in, let it act as a giant cooler until you get to your destination, park flat again, and then boot her up. And as always, make sure your refrigerator and freezer are actually latched before you take off. Not that we've learned that the hard way or anything. Okay, in terms of a rear camera, we have no rear camera. Oh well. Onward. So I stopped at a rest stop outside of Nashville. I got hungry, so I decided to make a sandwich for lunch. I still have about an hour and a half of driving left, and I need to stop and get gas before I get there, but smooth journey so far, which is what we like. Alright, so I made it here safely and uneventfully. I got parked where they needed me to park. Hooked up my shore power because my friends are awesome and have a 50 amp outlet. Hooked up shore water, and now I am golden. We visited for a little bit and put together flowers for the wedding tomorrow, and now it's time to make dinner. So let's have a nice dinner before we go out and play.
One eternity later.
Good morning. It is 2 days later. I just slept for a solid 12 hours. We had the wedding of the century. I stayed up, watched the sunrise from a rooftop. Wonderful wedding, wonderful party. I prioritized living in the moment this weekend and got zero footage. And I'm not even mad about it. Here's a picture of me and Derek from the wedding. We clean up nice, and that's the only picture I got from the wedding. Absolutely successful weekend, but it is time to make some coffee and get this RV cleaned up so we can get on the road and get schmovin'. Alright, so I hit the road, stopped at a rest stop to kind of recombobulate myself, let Derek know that I left because I forgot to do that, and the backup camera is still not working. It's just black, which means that I also can't connect my tablet to the Bluetooth, so I can't listen to my stories. I tried flipping breakers, I tried removing and replacing fuses, I turned the battery off, let it set for a minute, and then back on again. Nothing happened on the screen. Derek said that a panel had fallen in the back cabinet near where the camera wires were, So I'm gonna climb back there and see if anything looks obviously loose. Not having the rear camera when I drive is not a big deal, but if I don't have audio for 3.5 hours, I can't listen to my stories and my book's due soon, so fingers crossed something works. Okay, so I had to switch to my phone, but it absolutely shat rain on me. But Derek texted and figured out the rear camera display issue, which means that I have audio again and a backup camera, which is great. There is a little button right there on our system, and all it took was to hold that down for a couple seconds and everything reset, which is great. So you might have noticed the map. I have a little over 2 hours left to go. It poured rain. We were going maybe 35 miles an hour on the interstate. The rain was terrible, but seems to have passed, and I've had my lunch, so I'm going to drive the rest of the way home, and that's going to be it for this video. But thank you all so much for watching all the way through. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully some big news about our big fall trip coming up soon. Things are not set in stone yet. We might be adjusting the trip a little bit, but we're going to get to several national parks and visit family, and I'm really excited about that. So thank you all so much for being here and making it through the video, and I'll catch you in our next adventure.